Good evening from Valley, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from heartfelt, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. I'm sorry I have a little bit different lighting today because it's night and I wanted to make this video. I really wanted to get this information out to you today. And you know, the title of my video is Alchemy, Keep It Simple. And boy, is it simple for this video today. I have this lighting that reminds me of this, I think the movie was called Sleepaway Camp. I'm not sure, but I know there were various scenes of people with this sort of lighting, and I think there was drip, drip, drip from a nose. Anyways, that's all that's coming to my mind right now, but I gotta make sure I share this video with you about alchemy and keep it simple. I wanted to share this today because whether we look at alchemy or we look at spirituality or we look at healthcare, we look at various industries today are getting much more complex. So even with the aid of computers, paperwork, online paperwork has become more. And I remember that was actually one of the reasons that I was drawn, one of the many reasons that I was called out of my practice as naturopathic doctor. It's this idea of, wow, you know, we're losing the essence of what's important in healthcare. We are losing the care and compassion of clients or patients. And this is often what's happening in the world, that we look at things like algorithms, I'll put this in, or AI will figure it out, and this will be the best way to say this. And this is all based on what we've learned over time. And whether we use emotional intelligence or not, everything is online. So if I put that in, I say, and add in emotional intelligence when you make a statement, yeah, it can look like someone has. And so whether that goes into a resume or whether it goes into actual practice with clients, it's not really from the heart. It's really from book learning. And I wanted to talk about keeping things simple, which in our increasingly complex and busy world, oftentimes things are not kept simple, and when we keep things simple, it's the perfect place for alchemy. I thought I'd quote this Dalai Lama quote, which I know that I've really loved for much of my life, and I thought that it's a useful thing for us to keep in mind. And this was when he had been asked, what's your religion? And his quote is, my religion is very simple. My religion is kindness. It says, is a well-known and powerful statement. It highlights the importance of kindness and compassion as the central aspect of his understanding of faith and spirituality. This quote emphasizes that true religion for him is not about complex rituals or doctrines, but about practicing kindness and compassion in everyday life. Kindness and compassion in everyday life. And here, if anyone of you has been to Bali, Bali has a lot of rituals and beliefs and lots of ceremonies, and there's very much a ritual of these are the colors that have to be into this offering, and it represents this, and so wonderful. Except it becomes rote and it becomes like learning through a textbook. And so if I know this, I've been brought up with this, I know exactly which colors have to be in, what it represents. I'm not really thinking about it when I'm putting together an offering. This is what I feel about many people, that it's not really the time and connection with the divine energies. So if different parts of the world are being appreciated, so the earth is being appreciated, the water is being appreciated, these are the colors representing east, northeast, southwest, all of these sorts of ideas, perfect. Except let's understand why we're doing it. When we keep it simple of, wow, I'm appreciating the blessing of this earth, and I'm appreciating and having gratitude, and this is my offering of from the earth I give back. So what I receive, I give back. And this is, I believe, a central theme for a lot of religions, or I'll say even most religions. The only thing is, are we actually practicing this? And I would say that more people than not, I don't believe this is being practiced so much. I feel that oftentimes it's become more about this has to be done. So this is happening in work. We see it a lot, that there's not really time for kindness and compassion. I'd love to be kind and compassionate, but I've got this many clients to see, which happens in healthcare. I got this many reports to write in all sorts of businesses. And this has taken away from the true essence of providing service. And you know, this is what this whole series is about, getting back to the essence of what we're doing when we're providing service. Give me a second while I get my computer on track. For whatever reason, it's having a fun time not allowing me to get back to the quotations that I want to share with you. And isn't that telling me about the essence of this? So I do want to share a few quotations about this idea, because as we make things complicated in anything, we don't appreciate the essence. And kindness, if we can keep kindness and compassion no matter which work we're doing, whether it's the work of making a meal for a family, or sitting and eating with the family, or washing the dishes for the family, or actually connecting with the earth, where it's spring in North America, and so isn't this a beautiful time to appreciate the earth when we're planting, if you are planting, and connecting with the earth, that this is the essence of, this is my nourishing this earth with these seeds or these plants, and they are being nourished by everything external in terms of the sun, the rain, the earth itself, and all of this, the air, all of that, that's what we're being nurtured by. So this understanding is so useful. Now, again, I'm bringing up religions because very often, people do things, I'll use this term religiously, like I have to do this way, whatever they're doing. And so this term religious, and religion as a word has been utilized in so many ways that are not focusing on the essence of compassion and care. So I thought I'd share this quotation, which I really love. It says, mankind ought to be taught that religions are but the varied expression of the religion, which is oneness, so that each may choose the path that suits him best. When someone is choosing the idea of oneness through whichever path, you want to choose Christianity, you want to choose Islam, you want to choose Judaism, you want to choose Hinduism, Buddhism, it doesn't matter which path, but this idea of oneness, that we're all looking out for one another, that I believe is the essence of not only spirituality and religion, but our practice. So if I see a client and I think that client is so different from me, I can look at all of the biases that we talk about not having in any practice. Yet unless I'm looking within of what are the biases that, whether consciously or not, I'm seeing through here, I don't look at the person as oneness when I think the person is different than I. When I think that I could be in that position, or someone close to me could be in this position that I'm looking at, it becomes a we. It's not a me and you, it's a we are going through this process to try to help you heal. And this is the same thing for any business, because we are giving service to people. No matter what we're doing, we give service. Is it filled with kindness and compassion? And again, I would encourage that everyone just reflect on that. That is that essence in there. So when we're thinking about alchemy, we need a clear space. Now, a clear space, we look at meditation, we're encouraging meditation for so many industries and so many people, and this will bring us peace, and this will have a clearer space to work from. The essence of this is because the mind is busy. So right after a meditation, do we fill the mind again? So is that really a useful meditation? Because that's what's usually happening. We get really busy again. We fill it up with everything that was there before, that we've cleared it out in meditation, and then we fill it up. And then when we're in work, we fill up with everything that is our bias. I don't like this boss, I don't like this coworker, I don't like this chair. It doesn't matter what it is. All of those things are in our minds that creates the unease and does not allow a space for alchemy. And alchemy, just like meditation, is just not this momentary experience that, okay, from this time to this time I do this. So I can say from 9 to 5, someone could be going to work. At that time, I'm going to be really focused on work. Am I focused on kindness and compassion as I do my work? Why not come back to the essence of why we do the work we do? And no matter what we're doing, you could be a scientist working alone in a laboratory, and is there kindness and compassion about the work that you're doing or the people that are working with you? This energy comes through everything that we do and is required for the space of openness and receptivity to divine energy, which I believe flows through all of us in every single thing that we do. This quotation says something like this. It says, I like to use the term alchemy, which is the soul of the world, or those of Jung's collective unconscious. So Jung, Jung, Jung the psychologist. You connect with a space where everything is. You connect with a space where everything is. In a room, when you're working with one person or 10 people, you're connecting with the space where everything is. Keep the space in the mind clear of I am open and receptive to hearing things through kindness and compassion. It's not just how I speak, it's why do I hear other people speaking to me? Because that's also the space where this alchemy can happen, where I truly want to understand and appreciate and connect with who is around me because I want to serve, whether in a family or in a business. It doesn't matter whether on the street when I'm driving with the collective consciousness around me in terms of other cars. Can I have that essence of kindness and compassion? Because I can. And that then spreads out into the street before me, into my experience as I'm driving. I finally wanted to finish with this quotation. And again, whether you use the term the universe, God, source, Allah, anything, you use whatever word it is. This quotation I think is just so beautiful for all of us. And again, you could say the divine or something that I don't know, some power bigger than I, which brings in the humility of when we are doing any work. This says the power of God is with you at all times through the activities of mind, senses, breathing, and emotions, and is constantly doing the work, using you as a mere instrument. Using you as a mere instrument. This power, this unknown, this divine energy, this space that allows this to flow through us is actually the one that provides the energy for the work that we do. And through, again, all of our equipment of body, mind, intellect, our senses, everything that we experience, the way we speak, the way we carry ourselves, the way we stand, the movement we have the ability to do. So whether we're sitting and moving, whether we're standing and moving, whether we're moving through a room with kindness and compassion, it's all coming from some divine energy. And this is what I strongly believe. This is a quote from the Bhagavad Gita, but I will tell you that this energy, this essence, is in every religion and spirituality that I have seen. I also see it that if we are actually aware of this and aligned with this energy, we'll see that our work flows easier. It flows from the heart because we're not going to get into the ego space of, well, I did this and they did that. So we do the comparison, we do measurement of I'm better than that person or that person's better than me. And none of that is useful. And it loses the essence of kindness and compassion. Am I being kind and compassionate in this moment? Am I doing the best that I can through this equipment, which is carrying this soul energy that is from universal energy, flowing through this form and helping the world or helping my own experience, whichever way I look at it. We are doing this. It is flowing through us. Today, I hope that you remember these ideas. Refocus on the simple, because we need simplicity to encourage the alchemy of changing everything that we're not so pleased about into the things that we really want, deserve, and desire. I wish you a fantastic day or night ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day or night, everyone.